right, Jacob. Earlier this year, we were able to kind of get the scoop on a movie premiering at South by Southwest by a gentleman named Jason Kravchuk. It's called He Never Died. It has like 5 different subgenres.
To put a label on it.
Right, it's very hard to label.
I got tasked with reviewing this.
Yeah.
And trying to describe it is one of the most difficult things in the world. In a good way, though. In a good way.
A cannibalistic, biblical, what else are we throwing out? Vampire sort of thing like that.
I included all that, and I said all that meets John Wick.
It is a extremely difficult film to talk about, so we're going to do our best, right?
We will try.
It stars Henry Rollins, and that's something that you don't see in the horror genre very often. Again, something that kind of alludes to the fact that this is not your standard horror film. It is gritty. It has lots of action in it. It has lots of black, grim comedy. It has a lot of very good writing.
It does, yeah.
Some decent practical effects whenever that is needed. But really, the crutch of everything is the story, I think.
It does a good, solid job of storytelling without having to go crazy places or do a lot visually.
It follows a guy named Jack. Jack is Henry Rollins, and he is the oldest fucking man on Earth. Basically.
Literally.
He doesn't look it. He still looks like swole-ass Henry Rollins, but he doesn't really know how old he is. He just knows that he was in the Bible and he's had 50,000 different jobs, and he's really just trying to get by.
Life has beat Jack down.
You can tell.
And so, like, the only thing that Jack has going for him is this routine, and that's all Jack wants to do is this routine. But we wouldn't have a movie if Jack just kept doing the routine. So lo and behold, a monkey wrench shows up into Jack's routine, which is a daughter he never knew.
Yes, the daughter shows up that he really didn't know existed, and having seen and done it all, he's not terribly impacted by this either. This isn't really a spoiler because it's shown in the trailer.
Sure.
But she's abducted, and Jack has to go on this path of vengeance to get his daughter back. So there's like these mobster guys that are after him, trying like all of like the old school mobster tricks that would normally work on like a normal human.
Right.
But Jack gives no fucks in any way, shape, or form.
The mobsters, who are normally like just the gritty bad guys, are like the comic relief here almost.
Right.
Without being like a Keystone Cops or anything. They're not that goofy.
Right. They're being mobsters. They're doing mobster
Right.
shit. They're just
messing with the wrong guy. We get glimpses of his past through audio only as he sleeps, and we hear his dreams, and we can kind of see him slightly reacting to them as he sleeps. And I thought that was a brilliant way of being like getting to kind of live some of these lives he's lived without having to see it. And they do some they drop some clever little bits of, pieces here, like they allude to him being Cain from the Bible. And
they don't even allude, he says it.
Right, yeah. But and then they give like the different jobs he'll describe and different things. If you look up the different legends, I guess we'll call it, of Cain, like there's little bits and pieces from like a little bit of each one, which I thought was a nice little touch.
And it's a surprisingly like heartfelt movie as well. I mean, you get the relationship between Jack and someone that he meets later on, the relationship between the daughter, the relationship between the mafia and Jack. Like there are just some really cool just elements of storytelling at play here that I'm really you don't see it very often in horror because we're too busy chopping people into pieces or dealing with spooky ghosts and things that are creaking around.
Right.
You don't really get a chance to explore something like this, and we were just lucky enough to have He Never Died come across our inboxes because it doesn't have a home anywhere else.
But I think you're right. It does do a good job of exploring these relationships in a unique way that we normally don't get in horror. And then, I feel like they're legitimate relationships, like even between him and the mob. Like there's a history there, and you feel like there is a legitimate history. What's his name from the Grand Theft Auto? Kevin Ogg?
I don't know his name, but it's Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, he's
the mob boss.
Awesome casting. I thought that dude does Crazy Eyes so well.
Yeah, he really does. Lots of really good performances, really all through. Like the daughter, the waitress, everybody. This is a movie that actually absolutely needs to be seen on Friday, probably as soon as possible. It's a good movie, very good. Probably one of the better ones I've seen this year. Just not really a horror movie. This is just a movie for people that like movies. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a movie guy, if you're a movie girl, this is for you.
Action fans will definitely love this one, I think, because the gore that's there is not over the top. I've definitely seen action movies with way more disgusting gore than this. So
Yeah, I agree. And the blood and stuff that is in this one is well placed. Like, it all has a purpose. It
makes
fits
sense,
in.
yep.
Like, yeah, and it's not gratuitous.
nope.
I'm with it. Watch He Never Died. He Never Died December 18th, this coming Friday. So VOD platforms, limited theatrical release. Check it out.
Yeah, if you're lucky enough to be near a theater that's going to show it, go do that.
Definitely.